Hi there, my name is Richard and I am here to help you pass your interview. And in this tutorial, I am going to teach you how to answer the difficult interview question, why did you leave your last job? So if you have an interview coming up for any role whatsoever, make sure you stay tuned because I will help you to pass your interview. And to achieve that goal, this is what I will cover. I will tell you why the interviewer is asking you the question, why did you leave your last job? And it is important that you understand why the interviewer is asking you the question, because then you can provide them with the perfect answer. I will also tell you 3 things you must include in your answer to this difficult interview question. I will also give you some brilliant answers to the question, why did you leave your last job, that you can use in your job interview. And I will also tell you what to say if you have either lost your job, you have been fired, or you were made redundant. So the first thing, why is the interviewer asking the question, why did you leave your last job? 3 reasons. Number 1, did you leave for good reasons or were there issues with your performance? Number 2, did you get on with people in your team? Because teamwork is absolutely vital to all job roles nowadays. And number 3, it assesses how you are likely to perform in your next role. So it is really important that we are positive in our answer to this question. So let's have a look at the 3 things you must include when you answer the question, why did you leave your last job? Number 1, always be positive about your previous employer. This is very, very important. Regardless of how you might feel about your previous employer or your work colleagues, always be positive. That's very important. Number 2, tell them that you achieved good things whilst you were working there, because it is important that they know that you are capable of moving forward in your role and achieving brilliant things. And number 3, tell them that you left for positive reasons, because that demonstrates you are moving forward with your own career. So let's now take a look at some brilliant answers to the difficult question, why did you leave your last job? Here we go, the first one. I left because I want to feel I am continually moving forward and developing in my work. I felt I was no longer growing in the position and it was basically time for a change. Now, we achieved many great things together as a team in my last job, but I felt it was the right time for me to move on. Now, I left on great terms and I still stay connected with many of my work colleagues. So that shows you just wanted to move on because you felt that you weren't developing and growing. And that is a valid reason for somebody to move on from their previous job. Let's have a look at my example answer number 2 to the difficult question, why did you leave your last job? My employer was fantastic, and whilst I was there, we managed to move the business forward significantly. For example, we helped the business reach record turnover through outstanding customer service and by constantly achieving our sales targets. However, I did not feel my skills and qualities were being put to best use, and I wanted a fresh challenge with a new, forward-thinking and innovative company. So that shows that you are being really positive about your previous employer. You are saying what you achieved whilst you were there, but you didn't feel that your skills and qualities were being put to best use, so you wanted to move on with a new, forward-thinking and innovative company. And that's another really strong answer. So what do you say if you have lost your job? This applies to people who were either laid off or they were made redundant. And also for those people who have been fired, they have lost their job. So this is harder for you to answer this question. So here are 2 really important tips. Tip number 1, it is important that you are honest in your answer. Don't be dishonest. Honesty is one of the most important traits an employer will look for. So if you are honest, they will see that as a positive thing. If you are dishonest, it could come back and bite you later on down the line if they find out you have been lying at the job interview. Tip number 2, you have to be positive about your situation. This is very important because positivity is attractive, but this is your chance to show you don't dwell on the past and you can turn negative situations into positive ones. So let me give you a couple of sample answers if you have either been made redundant, laid off, or you have actually been fired. So the first response is for those people who were laid off or made redundant. Here we go. The company went through some radical changes, and although I wanted to stay, my position was deemed redundant. Although I was disappointed, I accepted the decision and I reflected on my performance during my time there, and I was confident I had performed to the highest standards possible. I am now ready to move forward, and I'm excited about my next challenge with a new company that wants to take advantage of my skills and my expertise. That's a brilliant answer if you were laid off or you were made redundant. Let's now take a look at one if you have been fired or you lost your job. I'll be totally honest with you, I lost my job because of, and then insert the reasons there. The situation was my fault entirely, and since then I have learned a tremendous amount from the experience, and I can totally understand why my employer took that course of action. For a business to succeed, all employees must perform to the right standard, and that is one of the greatest lessons I have learned. I can assure you that if you do choose to hire me, which I genuinely hope you do so, I will work hard, I will act as a positive role model for your company, and I will be a loyal and trustworthy employee. So that's a great answer that is being positive, you are being honest, and you are saying what you learned from that experience. Now, if you have lost your job for any other reason than the ones that I have covered in this tutorial, tell me in the comments section below and I'll give you some tips on how to answer it based on your own individual circumstances. So if you would like a copy of these slides and more importantly, more great answers to tough interview questions, click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. Go through to my website passmyinterview.com and you can download my 21 great answers to tough and common interview questions in PDF format so you can have them within your inbox within 2 minutes from now. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I am uploading insider job training videos literally every day of the week now. Loads of you are passing your job interviews as a result, which is great news, and I don't want you to miss out. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always great to connect with like-minded professionals. And please do give the video a like, because that tells me you enjoy the content. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a brilliant day.